How much money do millionaires all over the world control? The number is shocking and hard to believe. Credit Suisse says that it's around $173 trillion, which is just amazing. That's like putting together more than 8 United States, given that the US GDP is around 21 trillion. If you're struggling to get your brain around it, listen to this. The wealthiest 10% of the population control 83.9% of all money combined. You may think that's a bit unfair, right? Even with all the progress we've made in technology, most of the world's people still don't have very good lives, and only a small percentage enjoys all of the good things life has to offer, because only 1.4% of the world's wealth is controlled by the bottom half of the wealth pyramid. Even though these numbers seem crazy, equality is hard to meet because you can't give the same amount of money to two people where only one works hard and the other doesn't. There are, of course, many other important factors, such as luck, skill, and so on. And you might think that it takes a lot of luck to be at the top of the wealth pyramid, but no. And if you ask any billionaire, they will tell you the same thing. Think about the tech billionaires. In the 1990s and the 2000s, there were thousands of tech companies, but only a few of them made it to the top. This wasn't because they were smarter or worked harder, but because their ideas fit with the future of tech, or they found an investor before the 2000 crash, like what happened with Amazon. No one knew when this crash would happen or what the internet would be like in the future. They say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. However, you don't have to be a billionaire to enjoy life's best things. But you have to work hard to earn, or more importantly, save $1 million, especially if it's your first $1 million. It takes years of hard work and commitment. But with this fact, people still look for ways to cut corners. The good news is that there are ways to get ahead faster. They are called productive habits, because they are easy to get into and they will definitely get you to a point where you can live on your own. But why do we want to have our own money? What is the big picture? It should be clear what to do. It's not smart to make money just for the sake of making money. It can be fun, but most people find more meaning in making the world a better place, building a loving family, or making products or services that could make our lives better. So eventually, we want to become financially free to have the time to do what we want. Because of this, it's very important to be as productive as possible. The more productive you are, the more time you'll have because you'll be making the most of every passing hour. So here are some habits I use to get things done. And you should do the same if you want to be financially independent. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our video updates. Plus, it helps us spread the Thrive Wise love to help more people thrive wisely. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Be open to criticisms. Everyone likes to hear compliments. It makes you feel great and unique, and you love the people who say nice things about you. But the problem with praise is that it doesn't always help, even if it makes you feel good for a moment. Don't get me wrong, it's great to be praised, but it's better when people point out your flaws, because then you know how to fix them and get better. When you are praised, on the other hand, you don't find out what you need to work on. If someone has a criticism about you, it means they want to give you feedback on what you're doing for them. This is a great chance to learn more about the person you're working for and how to make them a happy customer or a happy audience member. Take a moment to think about what they're saying before you respond. In business, it's best to work with someone who is patient and able to take criticism and make changes based on it. It could mean finding out what your audience really wants from a play or production. Like, look at this video. If I ask my friends what they think, if one of them says it's great, I'll post it as is. If the other says, for example, that the audio could be better or that part isn't necessary, I can fix it and make the video better, which means you'll like it more and YouTube will promote it more, and so on. The only problem is that most people don't like being told what they're doing wrong, and they get angry when you do. So if you want to be financially free, you need to learn how to take criticism seriously. Make it a habit to feel at ease when people criticize you. Don't get upset, and try to see things from the point of view of the person criticizing you. Number 2. Be mindful of how you react. A wise person once said that it doesn't matter what happens to you. What's important is how you deal with it. It sounds kind of vague, but it's true. It's probably one of the best pieces of advice I've ever gotten. The difference between a successful person and someone who isn't is that the successful person has the mental toughness to put his mind to do hard things instead of giving up and saying, I don't feel like doing that. Have you ever heard that to master something, it takes 10,000 hours? On the way to mastering any skill, you'll get bored, tired, and even worn out. People who will make it to the end are those who are mentally strong enough to keep going no matter what. Toughness of mind is more of a habit. If you give up once, it will become a habit, so no matter what you do, you keep giving up along the way. People tend to jump from one thing to another. They try one thing for a few months, but it doesn't work and they lose interest. So they try something else. And believe me, they are not successful. Jordan Peterson says, life is a misery. It is always going to throw all sorts of problems. It's unpredictable and everything is possible. You could end up getting fired. You might find yourself on the street. People you care about most will leave you. And the trick is to keep your mind strong enough to not break down during these tough moments and keep going. Number 3. Delegate. Most people find out too late that they can't get very far on their own. You can only do so much and have so much time in a day. You can't cut yourself in half and do the work of 2 people, let alone the work of 100 people. But at the same time, it usually takes more than one person to do great things. We all know that Steve Jobs was responsible for Apple's success. But if you look at what really happened, it was Jony Ive who came to Jobs with the idea of a touchscreen. And the iPhone would not have been made if not for the entire team of designers at Apple. A Gallup study found that CEOs who are very good at delegating make 33% more money. These executives know they can't accomplish anything alone and place their team to address tasks they're confident they'll achieve, in turn, empowering employees, boosting morale, and increasing productivity. In this way, CEOs get more time to spend on activities that will bring in the most money and help the company grow. The point is that the bigger your team needs to be, the more you want to get done. Because of this, you need to learn how to delegate. Anything that can be done by someone else should be given to them, so you can focus on things only you can do, like being creative. But even the creative part, if you can, should be given to someone else. If you've reached this, then good job. You've made a great business that can run without you. It's just like a dream. It's the highest level of being financially free. Okay, we're about halfway through this video, so I'd like you to help me out in some way. Immediately pause this video and please do me a huge favor by clicking like, and if you are new, kindly click subscribe. If you did, you're great, and we really appreciate your help. Rest assured we'll bring you more videos that will help you thrive wisely. And going back, number 4. Time is the only resource of which there is no limit. Productivity is all about saving time, since time is your most valuable resource. People often say that time is money, but the truth is that time is not money because money can be earned back, but time can never be gotten back, and you'll never be able to change it. This shouldn't be a surprise. This is something we all know, but we always forget it, which is why we waste so much time. Set a reminder, put something on the wall, or change the background on your phone so that you are always reminded that time is running out. But that doesn't mean you should worry about it all the time, especially when you're on vacation or having fun with family or friends. In fact, you shouldn't look at a time when you're having a good time with anyone, because living in the moment is much more important. Number 5. The only person who got you is you. It's great to have people who support you, a family you can turn to when you're in trouble, and friends who are always there for you. But the truth is that you can't always count on people. And that's not because they're bad, but because they have their own lives and responsibilities. In fact, Human relationships are hard to understand because people have feelings. People can be friends for years and then stop talking because of one bad thing. So you don't want to leave your future up to chance. You want to make sure that no matter what happens, you can always leave and you don't need anyone in this life. You can always depend on yourself. But that doesn't always mean that you should be alone or lonely. But everyone, including yourself, should know that you can easily depend on yourself for everything. That's the most important thing you can learn. In fact, people like you more if they know you can take care of yourself. People would want to be with you because being self-dependent is too attractive. Well, that's basically the 5 habits that you can start doing this 2023 that will discipline you and gear you towards your financial goals. Always remember, the best investment that you can make is to invest on yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this, then you will probably learn a lot more from watching this other video. Make $1 million in 2023 using these 5 simple tips. If you click on the screen right now, you can go and watch that. Do you want to learn more on how to thrive wisely? What videos would you want to watch next? Feel free to comment down below. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button to see more videos on how to thrive wisely. Till next time.